Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast episode on M&D Fantasy Corner. I'm Duncan, and with me as always is my friend Momo.
Hello everybody, I was just trying man to light cigarette and you cock blocked me basically.
Yeah. But
But welcome to guys my favorite book. Spoiler alert for last episode when we usually do this. But this is my favorite book of Malazan. And I was waiting for this book man for a long time.
do you know what is weird about this book?
What?
Whenever there is on Reddit or anywhere else rankings, people are doing rankings of the books. This book is by far the most polarizing book of all of them.
I noticed that too. People either really love it or it's in the top or it's on the very bottom, man.
I don't understand that. Like, why?
I don't know, but for me, I can say that I enjoyed, and there are moments in this book that happen, like couple of them, and I will mention them when we come to them. That are my maybe favorite moments in not only Malazan, but even more.
To me, the weird part is that like how can somebody put this book? Okay, I can understand somebody putting it on number one, but how can somebody put this book on last place? That
I don't
if
know.
some of you guys that are listening to this episode, if you think that Reaper Gale is the worst Malazan book, can you please explain why?
Explain why.
Yeah, like I understand when somebody put it in number one. It's good, it's great book. But I don't understand when somebody put it on last, man. It's just so weird.
Yeah. But shall we dive in?
Prologue?
Yeah. It basically, guys, start with something that we already saw happening. Not this particular scene, but we saw, I think in book 5.
Yep.
I think prologue was around similar time frame.
This is basically continuation of that.
Yes. After Skabandari backstab Silka's ruin, quite literally he backstabbed him. This is continuation what Kilmandros and Mile did to him with the help of Gotos, and we already explained in book 5 that this ritual that Gotos did, freezing everything basically, this is what happened basically here.
Okay. So, now that we're done with the prologue, what I was thinking, I think it's the best way to introduce first two chapters is by kind of speaking with some of the most important characters, introduce them and what we think about them, because few of these characters will be really important in this book. And I was thinking maybe to start with the one that Karos.
Him and Tanal are like ultimate piece of shit combo.
Yeah, but man, there is no like Karos to me so much worse than Tanal. It's like not even close.
Yes, because he is smarter than Tanal.
Yeah, but he's mastermind.
That's why he is genius basically.
You know what I wonder? Like I don't understand how could Erickson write this character, man? It's such a
man, him being, when you are archaeologist, you are basically also historian, right?
yeah.
And there were like people in history that were quite like this.
Man.
I can think of many of them. Just for example, in Nazi Germany, somebody who was not Hitler, but those underlings of him who he gave power, and they were truly pieces of shit people who were capable and smart, but they used that to for their own goals. But I don't know how to explain it, but
I think our full political elite is like Karos in Bosnia.
Yeah,
it's the biggest scam of the world. And
yeah.
I swear, man, when he wrote, like I don't know how he could have wrote that part. Like he's saying he's targeting who is the most dangerous. He's explaining to Tanal who are the most dangerous people, and he say people that are questioning. It's basically saying people who are thinking they are the dangerous one. Because if you can think, you can realize that these guys are basically tyrants. This is like, I think, attack on modern politics, because it's like,
Actually, now it's little bit, I think, better than in past. But there were like Inquisition come to mind, man.
yeah,
Their goal was to basically kill, torture, stop anybody who questioned anything that they deemed inappropriate.
attack academics.
Yes.
But do you know how they do it in modern time? Because you cannot kill teacher. Do you know how they do it now?
Man, with money.
They plant idiotic teachers to teach. For example, that's one example.
This shit always happen. But I also notice here in this very first chapter something, like amazing. That I didn't realize when I was reading book 5, even on second reread, that Letteri didn't lose that war, man.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, it's quite obvious to realize that, but I never thought about that. It was basically never impossible for them to lose. Doesn't matter, if they win or lose a fight, they still end up as winner. Because you guys can already see that Letteri are basically the same. The only ones who are changing are Edur. And they would be, they are changing same way basically that they would change even if Letteri won. It would be different kind of change. They would be subjugated. They would be, beaten in submission. But this is kind of even worse to me to read about. Because now they are not beaten in submission. They are lured in, accepting this Letteri way of life, which I really dislike, basically.
There is lesson to be learned here, and I was kind of trying to lead people into it, but I guess I will leave it again for the end of this book. I started with, if you guys remember in season 5, I was saying, which side are you on? Are you Letteri or are you on Edur? And I would like people to continue thinking this way throughout this book, and then in the end, hopefully, we will come all to the same conclusion. But basically, this is from the beginning. This was trick question.
Another important character that was introduced was this scholar, Janet. I don't know how I pronounce it, Janet. Man, she is tied by this, I don't know how to call him, but sadistic person.
But simpleton.
Yeah, and she's fucking destroying him. Mentally, she is torturing him as much as he is, torturing her physically. And I found that kind of badass.
But so now we spoke about piece of shit number 1, and that is Karos, and we spoke about piece of shit number 2, and that is Tanal, but there is number 3, and that is Lettur, Anikt. So this is, but this guy is like, I don't know, this is like modern capitalist pig, basically.
Yeah, this is greed is good guy.
Basically, what's he's doing, what they are doing. It's all kind of also organized. That's what's also sickening to me. And knowing that this happened in real world, like he couldn't be doing this if it wasn't approved by somebody. So all these guys who are on top, they are together in this.
Yeah.
And they are
basically this is but this is the thing that also happened in the real world right now. Like people fabricating basically conflicts, fabricating wars for their personal gain. And this is something, that is, in my opinion, truly, truly despicable. Because you are basically killing thousands of people just, to get a little bit richer. And people who are doing this, I would understand, maybe. I probably wouldn't. But I could understand if this was done by somebody who has nothing and is trying to get rich. But this is generally done by people who are already filthy rich, who are just trying to get a little bit richer, and they already have so much money and power that, nothing, their quality of life will not improve at all. They're just doing it because basically they can.
And this is why this book is so hard for me to read. Like, I know that I could never write a book like this. Because this is what happened. It's constantly happening in our country, even after war.
It's happening everywhere. That's the thing, man.
Yeah, it's sickening. It's sickening. Did we miss some really important character? Oh, Red Mask, of course.
Right, but before we move, they again here mention that they had clash with some mercenary company like 2 months ago, and they were 700 versus I think 5,000, 6,000 Letteri. And how many they lost?
Thousands.
3,000, and they would lose more, but apparently they had mages who saved them. And you guys should, at least think about what their sigil was. It was one-eyed wolf. I will not say more, but this should be a good hint. And I will tell you, so you don't feel bad when I was first time reading it, and when I come to part where it's revealed, I was, like, I was very surprised because I'm dumb and I didn't realize it.
So you guys got 2 hints about this.
Yeah. And another thing I wanna say is that apparently, man, Devil and Bug, they are going out. They are, going forward with their plan.
Yep, continuation.
Basically, this is how economy work. Money is circulating. If somebody is taking money and not putting it back into economy, if you pull out enough money, everybody will start feeling it. And apparently, man, Bug is very busy digging these underground money holes, basically.
They are hoarding it.
They are hoarding it so bad. And they are still eating shit. That's the best thing.
But yeah, I think there are only 2 things to speak about here. One is Red Mask. Obviously, he's some badass dude who's flanked by Tuk Change Male. I mean, what
That's
the hell is that
up.
about?
You guys better remember Kachin Shamale from book 3 and what they did. These guys are motherfuckers to kill.
Yeah. And the other is this group led by Silka's Ruin that is basically, you can get a hunch what this is going to be about. It's gonna be a lot of bickering between each one of them.
This is one dysfunctional group.
Very dysfunctional group.
Like, everybody hates everybody, basically.
Yeah. So if you enjoy bickering, this is going to be your party. But I got nothing else.
Yeah, everything else was pretty straightforward. Basically, this is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see ya. I don't know, maybe next week, maybe week after that, we will see how it will go. Bye.
Bye.